Hello, amazing AIS educators. Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. The purpose of today's video is to update you on where we are at in regards to a reopening plan for our youngest students. So specifically, there is a plan that has many different options for reopening that has been presented to the board at a resource level. So that's a way of saying that we have asked for resources dependent upon the scenario that presents itself. Here's a concrete example. We believe that we need to increase the capacity of the clinic, and so we now have 4 doctors to perform contact tracing to help us out if students present with symptoms or staff members. The new doctor is kind of the COVID police. That is their sole focus and role, is to make sure that we are doing the contact tracing. Now, let's go into a few specifics of the plan. While there is a lot of pressure to bring students back, there is also growing pressure to not bring students back. And as we look at the holidays, and we talked specifically with the KG1 team, one thing that really presented itself as an excellent observation is, what about returning on the 10th of January, and how many people will have been exposed or become ill, or how many students and staff members might unintentionally become stuck somewhere because of the ever-changing tide of what COVID presents around the world. So to mitigate that, we have landed on not starting after the break. So please know that if you are in KG1, KG2, or grade 1, we do not want to start for an immediate reopening on the 10th of January. What we are advocating for is a 2-week delay in which we would continue to run hybrid in order to see the lay of the land before we implemented any plan. And that this also gives us an opportunity to respond in an appropriate manner to keep everyone safe. Now, the board has green-lighted those resources, so they are in full support of us, and you need to know that. Word has certainly made it to the board about the hard work you're putting in, but also the pressures you're under in regards to people who are arguing opposite ends of an argument. Bring them back, don't bring them back, stay hybrid, stay online. Thank you for that. Your hard work and dedication is giving us this wiggle room in order to make the best decisions possible. We are holding off on sending a parent survey in order to gather more input from the parents. And the reason why is we do see a rising tide in COVID cases around the world, but also specifically in Cairo and in Egypt. And we believe that parent sentiment and staff sentiment will also change quite dramatically from this point till the return of and resumption of school on the 10th of January. So we're not seeking parent input yet, but please know that if we do send out a survey, you will definitely be given the heads up as to what the questions are and also the results of that survey if and when it is sent out. So I keep looking at my notes here. One of the primary things that we are balancing are the needs of parents, which comes, quite frankly, secondary, the needs of teacher and staff safety, which is the priority, and then balancing that with the market. And I know that if COVID is renting space in your head, or you're truly worried, or you've experienced COVID in your family, that those sound like platitudes. So unfortunately, there is a reality that we need to take a hard look at. And that reality is that we are one of 3 schools, I believe, who is still operating under hybrid. There are a few other schools who have decided to go 100% online in the lead up to the winter holiday. And then there's the market forces of parents who can go to the ministry because the Ministry of Egypt has said that we can open up our school 100% face-to-face and that is okay. So while we're not necessarily defying the ministry, we're also not following the guidelines. And the market factor there is If parents decide to go sue and say we're only going to pay half of our tuition, how many of us would be able to accept or to take half of our salary given all of the financial commitments we have across the planet? Now, I know that's an extreme scenario, but we need to keep those factors in play. And quite frankly, we all have amazing jobs. We have regular paychecks, we have health insurance, and this balance is one of the most difficult things I think we have ever experienced in education. Certainly from teachers, parents, students, everyone's viewpoint is being challenged and stretched. And so not everyone is going to get what they want. Certainly not parents, and maybe not us. I don't say that as a warning, I say that as a reality that we really do need everyone to be happy, healthy, and safe, and we're exploring what that looks like. Again, I know that sounds like a platitude. I know that that is not something that in a normal circumstance we would have to reflect on or even prevaricate on. I just want to be as transparent as possible about what I know at the moment, at this day, at this time. So once again, just to summarize, we are looking at bringing back KG1, KG2, and Grade 1. We are not looking to do that until after the break. We are pushing for a 2-week delay in bringing students back. We are holding off on a parent survey because of the changing nature of the information. We are fully supported by our board in consideration of your hard work and the need to keep everyone as safe as possible. And we are balancing this with market factors that keep us employed and keep us able to support our loved ones. As more information becomes available, of course, we will send that your way, but this is what we know as of today, and I wanted to make sure that you had the latest. Thank you so much for watching. You're doing an amazing job. You're the best. Enjoy your winter holiday, and as always, stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe.